Listen live and on demand.
Welcome to Omni Sport.
And the myth, the legend, COVID changed our lives. It changed his life forever. My man, Cellular, is here. Cellular, take us through that journey, brother, from COVID to 2024 September.
Listen, man, it's a change, man. This universe can give you something really special if you are really aligned. And since from then, I've been trying to align myself, and I'm doing something that I really enjoy, man. And it has really changed my life. And that's social media, to begin with, because everyone was just locked in at home. It was COVID. We didn't know what actually we were going to do. And I had my career on the line as well. But the whole thing started to go into social media. I started doing social media there on Twitter. I was that guy that would reply everything. It was quite entertaining. I remember even Forbes was still alive. Rest in peace to him, man. AKA used to entertain me. He used to make me to go to Twitter to just reply what he's saying, football as well. I was that guy. And so, yeah, man, from then, I started being known. My name was quite fascinating as well as Cellular. People were like, who's this guy? He's everywhere, MT and everywhere. And yeah, man, I started engaging with people, giving my comments, and it will start blowing up, but that's how it all started. And then, and I've been fortunate, because at that time people were struggling, man. It was really tough, even on my side as well. But sometimes you have to fake it until you make it.
And what were you doing before you?
Before me, I was actually playing soccer. I was that guy who was not playing soccer. I went to UJ, studied sports management.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
At Timbis. So yeah, Timbis, you gotta know how to play soccer.
Of course.
Yeah. So and then I had to study it. Unfortunately, I didn't become that kid that was actually good to go and actually play professionally. So I went to study it, and I actually did absolutely well, man, more especially in PR. So yeah, I was studying, and then had a dream of being on the administration side of football, doing PR, exposing our football, which is what I'm doing right now. So yeah.
So for people who don't know what you do, what is it exactly that led you to be here, to be Cellular as you are today?
It's content creation, to be honest. Social media, it's now taking over, I'll be honest, and there's a huge gap in terms of how people can view what's happening in the world, more especially in football.
Yeah.
So I started to dwell into it, start showing the behind the scenes of football, because I'll be in places that people wish to be in sports. And I was too fortunate and blessed enough to be around those stuff, in football. I would go into certain campaigns and everything. So I would shoot content raw as the way it is. So my audience will just love how it is, even with my interviews. So yeah, man, I would meet up even with chairmans and everything. I'll be around that area. So how I would take content, it was quite fascinating to people. So yeah, that is what I have in me.
And how did you get into the mainstream? There's a lot of people who are in the social media space.
Yeah, true.
And they just never seem to pop.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think it was about you that whoever it may be in the corporate world, I don't want to put you in that position, but whoever it may be that was your first sponsor that said, hey, let's give this guy a go. How did that happen? Were you at home? Does your cousin work a back room of someone's house? Like, what happened?
Actually, that's a good question. People always ask me that question, but to be honest, it was Ituma Collective, I would be honest. It's one of the agency that gave me a chance. I remember during COVID, like I said, that's where it all started. I was that guy that was just had the voice about football. So brands are looking for people that can have the voice and speak on behalf of them. So I had that thing. So Duma Collective has to, they doing campaigns. So they'll give me a call and say, Cellular, there's a campaign. My first campaign ever was DSTV when they launched they are sponsored to sponsor our PSL.
Sure.
Yeah. So
the Smolanyana or what's it? Itiski challenge or you talking about?
like they're sponsoring the whole thing. Even before announcing that they're gonna sponsor the Diski thingy. Yeah. Okay. So they call me and then there's something big that's going to happen. I didn't even know by that time. Okay. There's something going to big happening. There's a sponsor that's going to want to. I didn't know by that time as well. But they gave me the whole picture because they had to prepare prior. So yeah, that was the first thing. And then I actually, through my confidence, because that's one thing that's lacking about other influencers is that they don't have confidence within themselves. You know, they might be looking all beautiful or whatever in Instagram, but behind the scene, people, they don't have confidence. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta firstly align with the audience. With aligning with the audience, it makes it easier for you to take out whatever that's coming out of your content. So I understood my audience; they understood who I am. So doing content, it was quite easy because I would have confidence within myself. Even within the area, people will be shocked. Who's this kid? Why is he all over? Do you get what I'm saying? It's because of the confidence that I have. So other influencers, they'll be locked in and quite shy and whatever. So Mina, my dog, I used to kill it. So Duma Collector was like, man, can you come in the next campaign? Can you do this? So it's just about that, you know, and it's also the biggest secret. I mean, no one will actually tell you this, but you just got to have confidence. When you have confidence and positive energy, it's quite easy for these campaigns to come to you because you are attracting what's really meant for you, you know. So for me, doing these campaigns, it's not even hard for me. Even getting them is not even hard, to be honest.
Yeah, and you know what it is? What's interesting is, I mean, COVID's a long time ago now, relatively speaking. It's 4 years ago, and you've managed to stay in the game. You know, we've seen people come and be hot for 15 minutes and go off. What do you think has separated you from those guys who were hot, one-hit wonders compared to yourself?
I honestly had a conversation with Vino Snap. I'm not sure if you know him.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't.
Vino Snap is my close friend. Mm-hmm. He's killing it in the game.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's awesome.
I had a conversation with him when I first met him, and when we clicked. And one thing that he said, which I remember even today, is consistency. He spoke about consistency. Being consistent makes you stay in the game. And most of these people, I would say influencers, because they normally categorize us as influencers, though we are content creators. But you need to be consistent. You need to find your niche. Finding your niche, it's very key. So I had to go back and find my niche after I had a conversation with him. And by that time, I was still consistent, but I didn't actually know where am I going, what's my direction. But I had the game on my hand. But at that time, on the other side, I was too fatigued about where am I going and everything, you know. But I really enjoyed, and I'm still enjoying it. So I had to find my niche. That was the first thing, and being consistent. If you're doing those two things, then it's good. If you are into music, you just got to stay there. Don't be all over. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm looking at through the feeds. Most of the influencers is just doing everything. You know, they just want to be everything. Just because there's money there. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? The first thing that you got to do is just find your niche. Stay there. Be relevant. Be consistent. Which is what I'm doing as well. I had to go into the youth side. After I had a conversation with him, I was like, you know what, I'm just going straight to do the youth football. No one it's exposing the kids. The energy there, it's quite amazing, but there's a gap, you know. Even when you look into the youth football, what's really also lacking is the marketing. It's the exposure to bring that. So I came through and there was literally nothing, and I started exposing the kids. The kids started loving my content. The parents started appreciating what I'm doing. Do you get what I'm saying? And I became consistent with that. Yeah. I'd go all over, I'd find out, okay, where are the kids playing? And, you know, some of them, they'll engage with me. Can you come see me and whatever? And so I'd go there. So going there, it was quite easy for me to even, like I said, attracting these things. It's quite easy. As long as you are positive, focused, and doing your own and sticking in your own lane, then yeah.
And so I heard you say just now, even though you're a content creator, they call you an influencer. Does that bother you, or do you not really care?
To be honest, it doesn't really bother me. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Because people will say whatever, even. Do you get what I'm saying? There's a dark side even on what I'm doing. Do you get what I'm saying? People will see Cellular being there and there, they thinking, oh, Nemali, he has money and everything. You know, get what I'm saying? Even through the comments, the people that ain't even positive, they don't even get my vision. Do you get what I'm saying? So I've told myself I'm not just going to bother myself with what people are saying, or even whether it's positive or negative, whatever. I'm just going to focus on knowing myself, who I am. You know, I'm a content creator. I love doing content creation. I love scouting. I love broadcasting the football and the game, just exposing it. So yeah, but whether you call me an influencer or whatever, it's still cool. But I'm just a content creation. I'm just a person that is here to help expose our game, expose what needs to be fixed. Because I was an activist about football. I was that guy that wants to fix the football, the game.
Sure.
You know, before even getting whatever that we are getting. But firstly, we need to make sure that our football, the foundation of it, it's quite relevant. It's quite where it needs to be. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, so that was my intention, even getting to do what I'm doing. Do you get what I'm saying? So fortunately enough, I'm getting whatever that I'm getting because I honestly deserve it, you know, because of the hard work that I put behind the scene when nobody's watching. Do you get what I'm saying?
I deserve it. I like that.
Yeah.
But tell me something. So you remember when Willie Madisha in Parliament said, "Hong, hong, hong." Some of us we don't know English. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
So he was referring to people like me who live in the suburbs of, you know, black people like me who hong hong.
Yeah.
Remember that lady was hong honging. Said I apologize for hong hong. So itiski when that you're talking about, is it for, I mean, the hong hong guys like me in suburbs? I think it's covered. Are you doing that as well, or are you doing strictly itiski lasikas?
Honestly, you know what? I don't even have a problem with the hong hong or whatever.
The hong hong,
yeah, because they also deserve the opportunity.
Yeah.
Of being the best players or getting the opportunities where they belong. Do you get what I'm saying? And funny enough, those people are my biggest audience.
Sure.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because they have access to what they have access to where they can find me, like your TikTok or your Instagram. You know, they have phones and whatever. Then there are kids in the township who. They deserve mostly this opportunity. Do you get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Because they don't have access to information. They don't have. Do you get what I'm saying?
So data costs a fortune. It's expensive.
Exactly.
It's expensive.
Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah.
I mean, listen, it is what it is.
Even participating in these big tournaments, you know, it's quite unfortunate for those kids.
For sure.
Know? So my intention was to fix that. There's a gap. Do you get what I'm saying? We actually speaking about that gap.
So bridging that gap.
Bridging that gap.
These hands, you want these guys having an opportunity to obviously, and the things that cost money are, let's be clear, prepare, you have nutrition, travel.
Absolutely, bro.
Accommodation.
Yeah.
Like, you know, for a guy like me who grew up middle class, where I just wake up, somehow I'm already at the football game, but my parents are doing that for me.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, you're highlighting something that maybe people don't get to access, you know, and that's nice to give people an opportunity to take it seriously.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And more especially, you know, I've been like, both situations have pros and cons. You know, when you look in the township, a kid there really knows football, but does, like you said, does not have access to information. They're not quite too serious. Do you get what I'm saying? It's because of the surroundings that they are into. Then you're looking into the kid that is in the suburbs. That kid does not have what he lacks as a person that is going to put the hunger into him to make him realize how good he is. Do you get what I'm saying? And being taken serious. Do you get what I'm saying? But they have these things, and these things, they might be distracting them. They might be making them fall. Do you get what I'm saying? So every kid is just like that. It's just about finding the real talent. Doesn't matter where it is, whether it's in the rural areas or wherever. But they gotta be aligned. They gotta know how serious this football is. Do you get what I'm saying? How serious they need to take their career. How also it can change their lives. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to do. You know, I don't care. I don't care whether you're white, you're black, you're Indian, or whatever. I engage with you.
Got you.
Yeah, I just want to put you in a platform where I can see my national team in the next 5 years with different colors. Do you get what I'm saying? I would love to see. I mean, I've interviewed a Chinese girl, you know, from our country, and I would love to see her playing for Banyana Banyana.
Yeah,
do you get what I'm saying? So it's just about that. So it doesn't matter where you come from. You just gotta believe in this thing. You just gotta know how hard you gotta put in the effort. Whether you come in the rural areas, whatever, you gotta put in the hard work. You gotta love this game. You gotta understand it as well. You know, more especially with the youth football, because I strongly believe if we can fix the youth football, that's the foundation. Because if you sing PSL the way it is right now, even the kids like this, that's how they play. Do you get what I'm saying? So if we can fix the kids, give them opportunities, not only the kids, even the coaches. For example, if the coaches in schools, they can have access to these education of coaching at a cheaper price or whatever, then this kid will get proper information about development, so that the coach in the PSL will get this kid absolutely prepared and ready. Do you get what I'm saying? So when you go into these townships or even in the suburbs, the coaches there, they are not well educated about the football. They're not ready even to coach the kids. They don't know, because kids come from different families. You can't shout at this kid. You have to be, do you get what I'm saying? So absolutely. All of those stuff, how do you coach a kid, trap and pass and whatever, what food they need to eat, what diet they need to be put on. So coaches, they don't know all of those stuff. You know, you even watch their training sessions and you do not blame them, because why? The coaching licenses or whatever is too expensive for them. Sure. They don't have money. Some of them, they're not getting paid. So there's a lot that needs to happen within the youth football. If we can fix their foundation there, if their attention could be there as well, if sponsors can come in there as well, make sure that everything runs smooth, kids are well taken care of. Trust me, that kid, when he reaches after 5 years, our PSL, we're going to see it improved. Do you get what I'm saying? It's just like how it is. You look at Spain right now, they've won under 17, they won the Euros, they won everything. Then when you investigate about the federation, you see how serious they are. You see the 5-year plan that they had. Do you get what I'm saying? The philosophy that they still stick on. No one expected Spain to win the Euros. No one literally gave them a chance even against England. And England are trying to play their philosophy. Do you get what I'm saying? So they know their philosophy. They know they didn't have to go get the biggest player, whatever. Their captain was Alvaro Morata. Somehow no one expected him to be the captain. Do you get what I'm saying? But he went there, he took the team, and they won it with their own philosophy. So we need to build our own philosophy. We need to understand it. The kids need to understand it. The coaches needs to understand what they're doing, you know? So people out there, they're just taking advantage of the kids. There's just a lot that's happening, but that's how we're going to fix South Africa.
So you love the football, eh?
Exactly.
You love football big time.
I love it too much, man. I'm a sacrifice to this football. My dad was a huge person in football back in the days. You know, he was one of those guys, one of the activists. You know, when Kaizer Chiefs was formed, he was one of the guys on the ground that made sure that the foundation of Kaizer Chiefs, it's as strong as it is, you know. So I'm trying to do that. I'm not trying to fit his shoes. They're too big, you know. So I'm trying to do it my own way, you know. So yeah, football is just what we love, what we pray, what we eat. It's like a religion to us at home. So yeah. Football's
the one. Where can people find you? Let them know so they can reach out. Obviously they can get you on the socials, but let them know exactly where. Direct them exactly. like what do you young kids say now? Location. Send location.
Yeah, but send the location. Yeah, I'm available on TikTok. That's the platform. I think TikTok is the leading platform. I'll be honest. I'm not promoting it, but I'm just saying the facts. TikTok, they can find me there. Cellular. I use the same handle everywhere, so that it's easy for them to access me.
Cool. And the handle is?
It's cellular_JNR.
So cellular_JNR. Cellular Junior, cellular_JNR.
Yeah. Facebook, you know, Twitter. I'm still there. They call it X nowadays. Yes. So yeah, I'm there. Instagram as well. That's my favorite place as well. So they can find me there.
Cellular_JNR, the one of one. He's doing his thing, as you can hear. The man is seriously driven. Go and get a hold of him. He's a content creator, not an influencer. Cellular, appreciate you, brother.
Thanks a lot, man. Love the interview as well. Love your energy as well, and I hope this will change people's life. I hope this will give them that an idea what you can do. You know, it's listen. You don't have to do a 9 to 5. You just gotta find your dream. Believe in it, and then go outside and enjoy life. The universe got everything planned for you as long as you are willing to give positive vibes. Then you'll get that. It's as simple as that. Yeah,
positive vibes. All right, appreciate you, brother.
Thanks a lot.
Listen live and on demand.
Welcome to Omni Sport.